Hello everyone, welcome back to our YouTube channel Scratch Learners. In today's video, we will discuss about iterative merge sort, that is the bottom-up approach of merge sort algorithm. In the last video, we had discussed about recursive merge sort. So if you have missed that video, please watch it out because that video will help you to grasp the concept of merge sort. So a basic thing that we all need to know is the difference between iteration and recursion. Recursion is a process in which a function calls itself, right? But iteration is a process in which a series of steps or instructions get executed, right? In recursion, we go through a function overhead. That means there are too many functions to be manipulated in recursion, but in iteration there is no function overhead. So let's begin with the iterative merge sort algorithm. So to understand this iterative merge sort algorithm, let's consider this simple example. Okay, we need to sort this array in ascending order using merge sort. So here there are 6 elements, so n equals to 6. The lower bound is 0 and the upper bound is 5, right? So we will start by calling this function merge sort, which takes argument the array and the size of the array. In the beginning we will set the size equals to 1. Okay, then while size is less than n, that is 1 is less than 6, then we will call a function merge pass with these 4 arguments, right? So let's see the block of this function. See, this is the function. Okay, we will set low1 equals to 0. Then while low1 plus size is less than n, we have just seen the value of the size variable was 1. So low1 plus size is less than n, that is 6. Yes, this is satisfying. So we will set up1 equals to low1 plus size minus 1, that is low1 was 0, then size is 1 and minus 1, that is 0, right? And we will set low2 equals to low1 plus size. The value of low1 is 0 and the value of size is 1. So 0 plus 1 equals to 1. Then we will set up2 equals to low2 plus size minus 1. That means 1 plus size is 1 and minus 1, that is 1. Okay, so see here, low1 is 0, up1 is 0, low2 is 1 and up2 is 1. Now if up2 is greater than equals to n, 1 is greater than n? No. So we will call this function merge. This is the same function that we have discussed in the last video that helps to merge two sorted array into a single sorted array. So let's see the block of this merge function. This is the block for the merge function. See, this is the same block. Here we are comparing the elements of both the sorted array and we are combining it into a single sorted array, right? Now we have just seen the value of our low1 and up1 is 0 and the value of low2 and up2 is 1. That means in this array, this is low1 and up1 and this is the low2 and up2, right? So here we are considering this element 25 as a different array and this element 6 as a different array. So we need to combine these two elements into a single array by sorting the elements. So in this block we will sort these element 25 and 6. So it will be stored like 6 and 25. Now after sorting these two elements, the control of the function will go in this position from where it was being called, right? Then we will set low1 equals to up2 plus 1. So low1 will be, the value of up2 was 1, right? So 1 plus 1 equals to 2. Now we will again execute this loop if the condition is satisfied. So while low1 plus size is less than n, that is 2 plus size is 1, so 3 is less than 6. Yes, this is satisfying. So we will set up1 equals to low1 plus size minus 1, that is 2 plus size, that is 1 minus 1 equals to 2, right? And low2 will be low1 plus size. The value of low1 is 2 and the value of size is 1, so it will be 3. Similarly, up2 will be low2 plus size minus 1, that is 3 plus size equals to 1 minus 1, that is 3. So now the value of low 1 and up 1 is 2 and the value of low 2 and up 2 is 3. Here up 2 is not greater than equals to n, so we will not execute this one, and we will call this function merge again, and we will pass low 1, up 1, low 2, up 2 as the arguments. So let's explore this function. So we have just seen this element, that is the element at the position 2 will be the low 1 and the up 1, and the element at position 3 will be low 2 and up 2, right? Let's see here, low 1 and up 1 is 2, that is the element at index 2, and low 2 and up 2 is the element at the index 3, that is 12. Okay, so now we will sort these two elements into a single array. As these are already in their sorted position, so this will stay like that only, right? Now after execution of this function, the control will again go to displace, and low 1 equals to up 2 plus 1, that is low 1 equals to up 2. The value of up 2 is 3, so 3 plus 1, that is 4, right? Now we will again execute this block as low 1 plus size, that is 4 plus 1 is less than 6. So we will set up 1 equals to low 1 plus size minus 1, that is 4 plus size equals to 1 minus 1, that will give us 4. Similarly, low 2 will be low 1 plus size, that means 4 plus 1, so it will be 5, and up 2 will be low 2 plus size minus 1, that means 5 plus 1 minus 1, that will give us 5. So now the value of low 1 and up 1 is 4, and the value of low 2 and up 2 is 5. Now we will again call this function. So now again this element at the index 4 will be the value of low 1 and up 1, that means this index will be low 1 and up 1. Similarly, the element 9, that is the element at index 5, will be low 2 and up 2, right? See here, these elements are already in sorted order, so it will be stored, right? So this is our array after first pass. Now again, when these two elements are sorted, the control will come to displace, and low 1 will be up 2 plus 1, that is value of up 2 is 5, 5 plus 1, that is 6. So we will check this condition, right? So 6 plus 1 is less than 6, that is 7 is less than 6. No. So these blocks will not be executed, and the control will go back to the position from where it is being called, right? So the control will come to this place, and we will set size equals to size into 2. The value of size was 1, now it will be 2, right? And now again 2 is less than 6, yes. So we will again call this merge pass function, that is this function. So now let's again execute this function. We'll set low 1 as 0, then while low 1 plus size is less than n, that means 0 plus size of value was 2, so 2 is less than 6, yes. So we will set up 1 equals to low 1 plus size minus 1, size is 2 minus 1, that is 1, right? In the same way, low 2 will be low 1 plus size, that is 0 plus 2, size of the value of size is 2, right? So it will be 2, and up 2 will be low 2 plus size minus 1, that is 2 plus 2 minus 1, that is 3. Now is 3 greater than 6? No. So we will again call this function merge, that will help us in merging two arrays into a single sorted array. The value of low 1 is 0, up 1 is 1, low 2 is 2, and up 2 is 3. So when this function is called in this array, 0 is the low 1, the element at index 1 is the up 1, the element at index 2 is low 2, and the element at index 3 is up 2. Now what we'll do? We will sort this array and this array into a single sorted array, right? So the first element of this array will be compared with the first element of this array. So 6 will be compared with 3. As 3 is smaller, it is stored in the beginning. Then 6 will be compared with 12. 6 is smaller, so it will be stored. Then comparison will be between 25 and 12. As 12 is smaller, it will be stored, and in the last 25 will be stored. So this is the function of this block. Now the control will again go to this statement, okay, and we will execute low 1 equals to up to plus 1. So low 1 equals to up to plus 1, that is 3 plus 1 equals to 4, right? Now 4 plus 2 is less than 6. No, because 6 is not less than 6, right? So we will not execute this, and the control will go back to this statement, okay, and we will set size equals to size into 2. That means previously the size was 2 and it will be now 4. Now we will again check this condition, is 4 is less than 6? Yes, it is satisfying, right? So we will again call this merge pass function, that is this function. So see, now the value of size is 4, and we will set low 1 equals to 0 again, and 0 plus size, that is 4, is less than 6. Yes, so we will set up 1 equals to low 1 plus size minus 1, that is 0, plus 4 minus 1, that is 3, and low 2 will be low 1 plus size, that is 0 plus 4, it will give us 4, and up 2 will be low 2 plus size minus 1, that means 4 plus 4 minus 1, that is 8 minus 1 equals to 7. Now we will check this condition, if up to is greater than equals to n, that means 7 is greater than equals to 6. Yes, so we will set up to equals to n minus 1, that is 6 minus 1 equals to 5. Then we will again call this function merge, that will help us in sorting the array. So just see here, low 1 is 0, up 1 is 3, low 2 is 4, and up 2 is 5, right? That is 0, 3, 4 and 5. So in this array, this will be low 1, 0, then 3, this is up 1, low 2 is 4, and up 2 is 5, right? So here this array containing the element 3, 6, 12 and 25 will be our first array, and the element 7 and 9 will be our second array, right? We need to merge these two arrays while sorting. So the first element 3 will be compared with the first element of the second array, that is 3 is compared with 7. As 3 is smaller, it is stored in the beginning. Then 6 will be compared with 7. As 6 is smaller, it will be stored, and then 7 is compared with 12. Here 7 is smaller, so it will be stored, and then 12 is compared with 9, right? As 9 is smaller, it is stored in the next, and then there are no remaining element in the second array, and we have only 2 elements in the first array. As they are already sorted, they will be stored in the same order. So this is the final array that we have got after sorting using merge sort process. If you like this video, please subscribe my channel and tap the bell icon. Thank you. Just now we have seen the algorithm for iterative merge sort. Now let's see the C++ code for this bottom up or iterative merge sort algorithm. See, these are the declaration of the functions that we are going to use in this program. In the beginning, we are starting by inputting all the number of elements in the variable n, and then we are inputting all the elements one by one and storing it in the array arr at location I. Then we are calling this function merge sort with the arguments the array and the size of the array, that is n, right? So let's see the block of merge sort. See, this is the block of merge sort function. Here we are initializing the variable size with 1, and we are repeating this loop while size is less than n. We will call this function merge pass. See, this is the implementation of the same concept that we have discussed in the algorithm, right? So here, as we have seen, we are initializing the variable low 1 with 0. Low 1 is the lower index of the first array, and while low 1 plus size is less than n, we will execute these statements. Just now we have seen all the functionalities of these statements in the algorithm, right? So here see the block for the merge, right? Here we are merging two sorted array. So we will compare each element of the first array with the elements of the second array. If the element at the first array is smaller than that of the element of the second array, then we will store the element of the first array in the array temp, and we will set k++ and I++ to increment the index of both the arrays. In the same way, if the element at the ith index is greater than the element at the jth index, then we will store the element of the second array, that is the element at the jth index, in the array temp, and we will increment the value of k and j by 1 to point to the next index, right? So this is the block for the function merge, right? And after calling this function, we will increment the value of low1 equals to up to +1, and here we are calling this function copy to copy the content of temp to array. That means we have seen that all the elements we have stored in the array temp, so we need to copy those elements in our actual array. That's why we are calling this function copy, right? So here for I equals to 0 to n, we are copying all the element of the array temp to our actual array ERR at location I, right? So in this way we will get our sorted array. So now let's run this program. See here, let the number of elements be 8, okay? And I am inputting all the elements in the descending order. That is the worst case scenario, right? See here, we have got our sorted list, okay? So this is how the iterative merge sort algorithm works. If you have any doubt, you can ask me in the comment section. And if you liked this video, please subscribe the channel and tap the bell icon. Thank you.